Futures trading is risky and can result in substantial financial loss. Never put a futures position on without a stop-loss order in place.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, traders from across the globe. Welcome to Short-Term Trading Live with Oscar. We are the short-term traders with the long-term view. We got some stuff for you tonight, but let's just do a quick review of today. Not bad, dudes. We nailed them. We bought the S&P just about down at the lows. If I can remember right, I think we bought them around 53, 54. The low was around 52.5. Market took off. We sold them out right near the highs. The highs were around 64. I think we sold 63s, 63.5s. Not a bad day. NASDAQ, we got long. Market ran down. We had our stops below 18, 13.5. We got long NASDAQ. The low of the day, 18, 13.5. Took off. We got out of those. Had a nice high trade. I think I got out around 32, 33. You guys who stayed in had a great trade. That, by the way, in a little while when we're done with these recs, I just want to talk to you about trailing stops and how it's never too soon to take a profit. We'll talk about a couple of quick things that will lead us back into the trading that we did today. Let's take a look at what we have for now, and then we'll go back to some of those lessons. All right, March Emini S&P. Omni says we're going up again. We've been kicking their butts. I think we're 9 straight. And let's do it one more time. We'll make it 10. I'm looking to buy March Emini S&P 1456, 1455. A little bit of a pullback from where we are now, around 1459, 1460 last trade. So you're going to look to buy, pullback 56 to 55. You're going to place your sell stops below 1450. Remember, below, if you didn't place your sell stops below 18, 13.5 today, you'd have been stopped out on the low tick in the NASDAQ. So put your stop below 1450. We're going to look to take profit between 1465 and 1467 on a nice little run up, or be out by the close. The S&P in the area it's in, it either continues bulling or you're going to get a couple of pain days. Right now it's continuing bulling. We'll play it that way, but be out by the close each day, because when it turns, it's going to be quick and ugly 2 days down. So quick recap. March S&P Mini, you're going to put your buy orders in at 1456 to 55, somewhere right in that $1 gap. You're going to place your sell stops below 1450, and you're going to look for profit between 1465, 1467, or be out by the close. NASDAQ. Again, Omni's looking to go up on the NASDAQ, and I like it. I'm buying 1826 to 1824. A bit of a pullback from where we are now. We're probably trading 1836. I'm looking for full $10 back before I jump in that market. Put your buy orders in between 1826 and 1824. Sell stops below 1815.15. Below 1815.15. And don't forget, 1815.50. And don't forget, place the stops first. Place your stops first. We did that in every video. We talk about stop placement. Place your stops before you place your entry orders. You're going to look to take profit around 1852 to 1854. It's a nice run if we can buy them in the 20s, right? We're trading in the 30s now. We pick them up in the 20s. Look to kick them out up in the 50s. We can have a nice strong day. Omni's bullish, 1826 to 24. You're a buyer in the March NASDAQ. 1815.5. Lower than that is where you put your sell stop. 1852 to 54 is our profit objective. Be out of that one for the close as well. Corn. We keep talking about corn. I don't care if it goes down today. I want to get long this corn on a pullback. You may get a 2-day pullback. I don't even see one coming yet. I like the corn. I'm looking to buy corn. Omni wants to go higher in corn. So does Oscar. We got some good agreements going here. I'm buying between 1411 and 1409 on a bit of a pullback. I'm going to look to place my sell stops below below 404. Sell stops go below 404. Under 404, you may get an ugly spike to the downside to shake out some longs. So you want to get out there, let the market do what it needs to do, and we'll look for another up run if we get hit on a sell stop. Profit objective between 1421 and 1422 for a day trade. Be out by the close. I told you in the beginning of the week I thought maybe 438. I still hold to that projection right now. We'll see what happens. It's only going on Wednesday. Looks like you may get a pullback and then a run up. I hope we get that tomorrow. Recap the corn buying by March corn. ZCH7 just symbol buying between 1411 and 1409. Sell stop 1404 or lower. Look for 1421 to 1422, 23, somewhere in there for a profit. Be out by the close. Omni and silver. It looks like silver's going to get smashed tomorrow. I told you about rollover, metals rollover in a couple of our videos. We're in the middle of a rollover, March silver into May silver. That's when traders are going to take delivery on Marches, and as opposed to taking delivery, they simultaneously sell March and buy the next month, which happens to be May in the silver. That usually puts a lot of weight on the market, especially on options expiration week, which is happening right now this week by Thursday. I am looking to get short into a rollover, but I'm not looking to stay short. So you got to be really nimble with your silver trading. With that in mind, ZIH7 electronic silver. The Omni says lower. Omni wants silver going down. Omni resistance 1388. Omni objective on the downside 1340 to 1335. You could get a nice punch in the silver tomorrow. Same thing, Omni in the gold. Omni is looking down. Sticky in the gold tomorrow. I'd say ZGJ7, it's the April gold. The Omni is lower. Resistance 665. We are there currently. Place your orders in the overnight. ZGJ7 is the symbol if you want to place them now. You're going to look to sell it somewhere around 665. That's Omni resistance. Omni objective is 650, 360 on the downside for the day. Cotton, another one. We spoke about buying cotton this morning at 53.75. The low was 53.77. You can't do better than that. That was beautiful. Yeah, I guess you could do better. We could have gotten in at 75. But that was a nice call. The cotton we still like. Cotton, Omni is higher. A green Omni. We're going up in the cotton again. Omni support, 53. If you were looking to buy, that's where Omni says you may want to buy down there. Omni objective on the upside, 55.75. Another one I'd be out by the close. I don't like staying in the cotton overnight. Cotton we've been doing well with on our calls. The S&P and the NASDAQ we've been really doing well with, and let's stay with it because, hey, when you got the groove and you're in the groove, you stay with it and you keep swinging and swinging because we're going to need these profits to take some of those losses that we're going to get at some point because everybody always gets them. Any good trader has them. You're going to learn to stick through those losses with me until we make some money. All right. So our Omni silver lower, Omni gold lower, Omni cotton higher, Omni corn much higher eventually. I don't know about right tomorrow, but I'm buying it anyway. I like it very much. Omni in the NASDAQ goes higher. Omni in the S&P goes higher. Now I talked about, well, let me just step back and tell you about this. Always use trailing stops. Today, well, always use trailing stops, and it's never too soon to take a profit. Never, ever, ever, never, ever. And don't ever feel bad if you take a profit and the market keeps going higher. You took a profit. That's what we're here for. Take your profits. That in mind, today I got you guys long S&P. I got you long NASDAQ. I took a profit for $10 in the NASDAQ so that I could move my trailing stops up in S&P and ride the S&P. Taking $10 out of NASDAQ gives me $5 in the S&P of stop price where I could be wrong and still have made money on the day or at least broke even. So use your trailing stops. It makes perfect sense. Always take profits and move your trailing stops up. If you get in a position and you're long at 1456 in the S&P and the S&P goes to 1459, 1460, move your stop up to 1458. Lock in $2. Moving trailing stops up will always lock in profits. And what is wrong with locking in a profit, right? It's one of the things that we need to do as short-term traders, so keep that in mind. A market making new highs will likely continue to make new highs. That is just about any market. If you got a market bulling for new highs, you get a couple of pullbacks here and there, but the likelihood is you're going to continue making new highs. Let's break that down to a day trade. If you're trading in a one-day bar, if you have a market making new highs, you know how many guys call me and say it's time to sell, it's time to sell. Well, you know what? A market making new highs, especially if you got a day's view, will continue making new highs throughout that day. On average, there is no exact science here, so there are no exact numbers, but I'm telling you from my experience, if you're in a market that's been going up all day making new highs, don't play the short side. Be a buyer of dips. A market making new highs continues to make new highs. Ditto with the downside. A market making new lows will continue making new lows, so don't try to pick bottoms in a market going down. Step aside, which brings me to the last rule. A market is always right. The market is always right. George Soros, the President of the United States, I don't care who you know, nobody knows where the market is going. You people know better where the market is going than the next big analyst out there because no one knows for sure. The market is always right. If the market's bulling up towards new highs, leading back to Rule 1, leading back to the rule about a market making new highs, will continue to make new highs. That's the way it works. It's just simply the way things happen here. Not always, but these things are on average, and we're trading averages. That's how we make our money. All right, I guess that's enough for today. We'll try to get into some of these things because we are analysts and we love these charts, so we'll try to get to a few of them in the next couple of videos. Hey, good luck tomorrow. Watch out for the stops. Place your stops. Always place your stops first. As I said earlier, a stop is your best friend. Don't worry if you start having losing trades. Keep your stop in. Your stop will knock you out, and then it's done. You'll be over. So sit tight with those. Keep swinging every day. If you're at my YouTube website, www.youtube.com/futures analyst. If you hit subscribe while you're checking out one of my videos, you'll be on the list to get the videos just like that. As we produce them and shoot them up to YouTube, YouTube will disperse them out to you. So you have to subscribe in order to get that. If you'd like to be on my Flash Updates database, now Flash Updates, interesting, like today, I Flash updated my traders and said we're long S&P, we're long NASDAQ, move your stops up in the S&P and jump out of the NASDAQ. That came through a Flash Update. It's something I send out throughout the day periodically to let you know when I'm shifting and weaving and bobbing and getting in and out of these markets and changing orders and moving my trailing stops. And you people need to know that if you're with me, and the way to find out is to get on my Flash Updates database. So if you'd like, shoot me an email at futuresanalysts@gmail.com. Give me your return email address. I'll shoot you back an email. I put you on the database, and then boom, you get my Flash Updates as I think it and type it. You get it. You can react to it. If you don't want to do an email, give me a call, 718-351-2266. We'll discuss whatever we need to do to get you on the Flash Updates one way or another. There are other methods, so give me a call. Hey, traders, good luck. We are kicking some butt. Let's keep this going. It's Wednesday. Put your orders in. Let's make some money. Good luck, traders. I'll see you tomorrow.
Futures trading is risky and can cause substantial financial loss. We do not claim or guarantee that you will profit from the information provided. That being said, I am a 24-year seasoned trader on and off the floors. This is how I've made my living for many, many years. Good luck, trade.